Hi, I'm Sharon Bill. Welcome to my Theory Tuition series where I'll lead you step by step through the ABRSM Theory grades. We're now cracking on through grade 3, so if you want to grab your Music Theory and Practice workbook for grade 3, there are lots of resources available to help you on my website. If you go to sharonbill.com, you'll find that there are some free PDF information sheets for you. They're available in US letter or A4 and they accompany each step of this series. So the information that you need to know to work through these grades will be available, and you can find everything you need to know in these PDF documents. You'll also find links to all of my YouTube video tutorials, and also you can access information about the books that I have available. If it is that you're working to take this exam, then I've written a book, How to Take Your ABRSM Music Theory Exam. It's full of tips and techniques on how to best make use of the preparation time leading up to your exam, and also how to best use the time when you're actually sitting that exam. So if you go to sharonbill.com, it's all there for you. If you can give me a like, that'd be fab, and subscribe to my channel to keep updated. There's loads more in store, but now we'll press on, so grab your pencil and your eraser and your ruler, and also grab your PDF sheet, and we'll turn to section E. So we need to start looking at compound time, and if you turn in your Music Theory and Practice workbook to page 11, that now also introduces the subject of compound time. So this is a new subject, and it's quite a big subject, so we're going to break it down into small manageable chunks. So I've labelled this E so that you know to refer to sheet E in your PDF. So let's just spend a moment looking at this new subject of compound time. Compound time refers to time signatures where the beats are divisible by 3. Up until now, we've only dealt in simple time where everything's divisible by 2. And so, the new time signatures that you'll be dealing with are 6/8, 9/8 and 12/8. Now this bottom number 8 means that we are counting in quaver beats or eighth notes. So there are 6 eighth notes per bar or 9 eighth notes, 9 quavers per bar. However, that's not quite the end of the story, because in 6/8 we then group the threes and we count each group, and each group is the equivalent of a dotted crotchet beat or a dotted quarter note. And so 6/8 has 2 groups of 3, 2 dotted crotchet beats or 2 dotted quarter notes per bar, and so we would say it's in duple time because it's got 2 groups of 3. 9/8 is broken down into 9 quaver beats or 9 eighth notes per bar, but that means it's got 3 groups of 3, so we would say it's in triple time. And 12/8 has 4 groups of 3 and it's in quadruple time. Let's just step aside from that for a moment and let's compare the difference between simple time and common time. So simple time we have 3/4, and that would have what we could break down into 6 quaver beats per bar. 6/8 is in compound time, so that of course has 6 quaver beats or 6 eighth notes per bar. However, 3/4 is in simple time, and so that divides into 2. 6/8 is in compound time, and so that divides into groups of 3. And you can see the difference straight away. 3/4 is 3 groups of 2, whereas 6/8 is 2 groups of 3. And it makes a massive difference to the musical effect because we've got 3 groups here. This is in triple time because we've got 1 and 2 and 3 and, whereas in 6/8 it's in duple time because we've only got 1 and 2 and so it's a very, very different effect. And so you can see the difference between simple time and compound time, and it's most extreme case, I think, there. And so let's now put this into practice. I think it's probably better to learn as you go along with a big subject like compound time. And it doesn't matter if you make any mistakes. It's always better to learn by your mistakes as you go along. You're only ever writing in pencil, so it's okay. You can rub it out and try again, and you'll learn it more thoroughly that way. So let's just turn the page over and we'll move on to this first section. So we're on to page 12, and if you want to have a look at these questions, So we're looking at whether there are 2, 3 or 4 beats per bar. So is it duple, triple or quadruple time? And then we're also looking, is it simple time or is it compound time? Everything you need to know will be here. And it also brings into knowledge the time signatures from previous grades too. So we've already discussed that there are 2 beats in a bar. So here we've got 2 crotchet beats per bar. So that's going to be duple time. Whereas here we've got 2 beats in a bar, but they are dotted crotchets because we've got 2 groups of 3. And so here we've got 3 beats in a bar and we're in 3 crotchet beats or 3 quarter notes, whereas here we've got 3 beats in a bar but they are dotted crotchets, they're groups of 3. So have a little go at exercise 1 and also have a go at exercise 2 as well, because that's using the same information. If you pop down to the bottom of the page, the answers are there for you as well to look at. So have a little go at that. Press pause, it doesn't matter if you get it wrong, and then re-access into the video and I'll go over that with you. So I'm hoping that you've had a little go at that yourself, and so let's have a go at this together. So again, this is 2 beats in a bar, 6/8 is also 2 beats in a bar. However, in 2/4 the beats are crotchets or quarter notes, whereas in 6/8 the 2 beats are dotted crotchets. That extra dot gives us a group of 3. So we'd say dotted crotchets or dotted quarter notes. So 3/4 means that there are 3 beats in a bar, but those beats are crotchets. That's simple time where we divide into 2. Whereas 9/8, there are 3 beats in a bar just the same, but those beats are dotted crotchets because we've now got that dot which gives us the group of 3. It sort of extends the time that we've got, or dotted quarter notes. And so 4/4 means that we've got 4 beats per bar, but we're in simple time here, and so we're just counting in crotchet beats or quarter notes. Just choose one of these terms, it depends which you're used to. It changes usually which instrument you play. Pianists tend to say crotchets, whereas guitarists or drummers tend to say quarter notes. And so 12/8 means there are 4 beats in a bar, but we're now in compound time, so we're in dotted crotchet groups or dotted quarter notes. And so this next exercise 2, we've got to decide whether we're in simple or compound time and then choose an appropriate time signature for that. So here we're definitely groups in 2 here. So it's simple time because we're dividing into 2s, and then we've got a beat here and a beat here. We've got 2 beats, so the time signature is 2/4 because we're in 2 beats and it's simple time. We're counting in crotchet beats. Here we're definitely in compound time. We can see that we're in groups of 3. Oh, they've already said time, I don't need to do that. And we've got 2 groups of 3. And if you just refer to your sheet, you can see 2 groups of 3 is 6/8. Or you can just count that, because you know there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6/8 notes. That's the simplest way of seeing it. So here again, we're obviously in compound time. That dot also tells us we've got an extra 8th note added into that group, so we're in groups of 3, so we're definitely in compound time. But we've got 1, 2, 3 groups of 3, which we know is 9/8. Or alternatively, you can just do the maths: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, here again you can see we're in groups of 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So we're in compound time. But we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 groups, which means we're in 12/8. Or alternatively, you can count that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This next one, we're in groups of 2. You can see there, it divides into 2s. And so we're in simple time. And then you can see there's 1 group of 2, 2 groups of 2, 3 groups of 2, 4 groups of 2. And so that's 4, 4. 1, crochet 2, 3, 4. There we go. So I hope that's been helpful to you. I do appreciate that it's a new subject, it's a new topic, so it might just take a little bit of time to get used to it. If you find that particularly tricky, maybe just erase it all and have another go just so it sinks in, and then we'll sort of become more familiar with it the more we do, and so we'll look at the next part of this subject next time. I hope that's been helpful to you. Give me a like. Please do go to sharonbale.com and make use of the resources there. Give me a subscribe to keep updated, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.